Hi, it's Abby from the not so near distant future, because you're literally going to see me looking exactly like this in about 30 seconds time. But I filmed this entire video about my lips and my fillers and stuff and didn't include any like before and after photos, which was just perfect. I don't know why. I didn't even think to do that. So I'm quickly going to jump in and put the before and after photos right here so that you can kind of see what I'm actually talking about. I could have put them in at the end, but I'd already said bye and stuff, so I'm just going to put them in at the start. Don't come for me, and enjoy the before and after of my lips. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. It's so good to have you. Today's video is all about my face. It's all about me, just like everything else. I'm joking, by the way, that was a joke. I'm not a spoilt brat, don't panic. Yeah, today's video is about my lips. It is like a lip fillers like experience kind of advice vid. But before we get into that, what is everyone thinking of the new hair? I'm no longer platinum because, let's be honest, that was just killing my hair and killing my soul very slowly. No, I'm joking, I absolutely loved it, but it was time to move on because I didn't want to end up with no hair. So yeah, new hair, clip-in extensions, had a bit of a meltdown, let's not talk about it. Moving on. Okay, yeah, so like I said, today is just kind of a bit of like a video about where I go to get my lip fillers, and just kind of like, this was like requested. I kind of wanted to do a video like this anyway. I actually wanted to do a bit of a vlog to actually go and get my lips done, but like because of lockdown and stuff, that probably won't be happening for quite a while. So this is where I'm at and this is what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly just like explain like how this all started. I was really uncomfortable with my lips. I didn't really like how they looked. I had very, 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 very skinny lips. Very skinny lips. In fact, I didn't really have any, and I'm pretty certain I've mentioned this in a video before, but I have an overbite. So basically my jaw doesn't actually like align perfectly, and instead of getting reconstructive surgery for that, I decided that having a bit of filler in my lips might help to even them out and also just improve the appearance of it, because I just was not happy at all. Especially when I started getting into makeup, I just didn't really have like lips to put lipstick on and I just hated it. I was really, really, really unhappy with them, and I had been for a very long time. I used to look at like videos like on YouTube of, how many times am I going to say like, come on Abby. Anyway, I used to look at videos on YouTube of people like applying lipstick and stuff, and I just felt like really sad. Like I just liked how it looked, having fuller lips, and that is what I decided to do. So what I did was I researched quite a lot of like clinics. Oh my god, Abby, stop saying like. I researched a lot of clinics. I did so much research, it was unreal, because I did not want to botch my face up. I already didn't exactly like how I looked. I did not want to botch my face up. So I did so much research, and I actually ended up going to a clinic in Glasgow. So Glasgow's around about an hour and a half from me, I think. And the reason that I went there was, one, because I had seen a lot of videos using the clinic in Glasgow and loads of information about them online, and I'd followed their Instagram page for years, and all the clinics in Perth, like, it just did not, like, they didn't seem like legit to me. They didn't seem as good as the one in Glasgow, so I decided to go through there. What I did was I phoned up for a consultation and explained that I was from Perth, and explained that obviously I'll be travelling through to Glasgow, like what's the situation with the consultations and stuff. And they said to me like, just pop through, we'll give you obviously an appointment, and I think the consultation was like £20 or something, and eventually when you get the procedure done they take that £20 off the full cost of the procedure, so it's not like you're actually losing like that £20 as well as the cost of the procedure. Does that make sense? So I went through for a consultation, and what I didn't actually realise was that if I was happy after the consultation, I could have just got the procedure done then, but I didn't. So I wasn't actually like, it was all like a bit like, I got a bit like anxious about it. So she said after I had my consultation, do I want the procedure done then? And I said no, and I said that I would get it done like another time. But for like the consultation, what they do is they basically just take you into one of the rooms, and they like have a look at your lips, and they have a look at your face structure, and they tell you what they think would be best for you, but they also ask you what you want. So she asked me like what kind of look I wanted to achieve, and I explained that my bottom lip is like non-existent because of the way that my jaw aligns, and that I just want a bit more like volume and lift in my top lip. So what she did was she explained that she didn't want to fill in my cupid's bow. Sorry, my hand is so pale compared to my face. I don't have any fake tan on, and this is all fake. Let's excuse my pale hands. But yeah, she basically took a look at my lips, and she explained that what they try not to do is to fill in your cupid's bow, especially because I've got quite a nice like shaped cupid bow. Well, that's what she said anyway. I don't really like it. I would prefer it to be a bit more straight, but she says that it probably wouldn't look as nice. It would probably look quite fake. So she told me that they probably wouldn't fill that in, but what they would do is they would do a lot on my border of my lips, which would actually like curl my lip up a bit and then push it down a wee bit, which would instantly create more volume without actually injecting into the middle of my lips as well. So we kind of worked out a plan together, and then I went away and had a proper think about it, and then went back and got it done. Basically, like I said, what I got done was the border of my lips, and then I actually got a bit in my lip as well just to create more volume, and then that was it. I've had my lips done 3 times now, and I am so happy. I can't explain how much confidence it's given me. It is the best thing that I've done, and that I've chosen to do with my money and my body. It's the best thing, and I'm super happy and super grateful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump in and answer some questions. I'm obviously fully aware that I haven't exactly told you exactly where I go, but that's one of the questions. So I'm just gonna quickly have a wee look and see what people have asked me. How many mils did you get? I'm thinking of getting 1 mil, but I don't know if it's enough. Okay, so the first time I got my lips done, I had a mil. In fact, I've had a mil every single time, but like the first time I got them done, I had a mil, and I can't tell you the difference that it made. So please don't get more than a mil on your on your first go, because you honestly, 1 mil just feels like so much in your lips when you first get it done, and it is for like your first time. I would not recommend going over a mil for your first procedure. Yeah, so all in total now I've had 3 mil in mine. Some of mine has dissolved because I started getting it well over a year ago now. So I've had 3 mil, and my lips aren't huge. You can see they're not absolutely massive, which shows you how small they were before. Pencil lips, honestly. Which is fine if that's what you like, but for me it was not a vibe. But yeah, I've had 3 mil in total. I have a mil every time. I wouldn't go over a mil for your first time, especially. I honestly don't really think, if you go to a good clinic, I do not think they will let you go over a mil for your first time anyway. Definitely 1 mil will be enough. And it's 1 mil in total, not 1 mil per lip, just in case you didn't know. How much was it? The price depends on what product you use. So there's loads of different ones. I've used Juvederm. But I think for my first one, I can't, it sounds really bad, but I can't remember what it was called. I obviously knew what I was getting in my lips. It wasn't that I didn't know what I was getting, it's just that a year later I can't mind what it was called. But I know that over the last couple of times I've had Juvederm. I, like I said, different clinics and different products are different prices. Mine has been between £200 and £300 each time. Where do you go for your lip fillers? I go to La Belle Forme in Glasgow. La Belle Forme is, I actually haven't been to their new, I'm pretty certain they've moved clinics now. I haven't been to their new clinic, but their old one was so beautiful. Like, it was all white and like marble and like little bits of black, and it was just so classy and so stunning, and it was so clean. That's the main thing to me. Like, it was clean, like so clean, and everybody is so lovely that works there. even if my nurse that I've gone to a couple of times doesn't work there anymore, I don't actually know, like I said, I've not had them done for a while, I'll probably find out where she is and go there because she's so lovely. But LaBelle Forum, all the staff are trained, they're all like they were all like NHS nurses, I'm pretty certain, or they all worked in A&E or something like that. So they're all registered nurses and they all know what they're doing, and yeah, they're brilliant. LaBelle Forum in Glasgow, cannot recommend them enough. What is the most you've had in one go? Again, only 1 ml. I probably wouldn't get more than 1 ml in my lips in one go. I might get 1.5, but that would be like the most that I would get, just because they do plump up your lips, so they do. What was the swelling like, etc. after? How long did it last? So you swell. Well, I swell. I don't know if it would be the same for you, everybody's different, but I swelled like massively. I remember going into work the next day and one of the people at work just being like, what have you done? Yeah, I swell quite badly, but and they do feel quite tight and they do feel quite full and quite blocky after, but eventually that, like after a couple of days, that just settles down and they just feel like your normal lips, just fuller. The swelling isn't the best. Do you mean, when it says how long did it last, do you mean the swelling or do you mean the actual fillers? I don't know why I'm saying that because you can't answer me. I'll answer both. So the swelling for me lasted around about two days, maybe 2 to 3 days at the most, and the fillers last. Everyone's different. It all depends on like your metabolism and like just who you are. Basically, it just depends on each individual person is different. Mine have lasted. Mine aren't really that different actually from when I got them done. So because I've had them done a couple of times, I've had them done 3 times in 1 year, it's difficult to kind of explain how long they lasted for me because I can't like judge it off one procedure because I've had 3. So I would say they lasted quite well. I'm still like, I'm well over a year and a bit after getting my first lot, and obviously like I've said, I've had other ones since then, but I never felt that they were gone. That's not why I went and got more. I went and got more just because I wanted to build it up to a shape and like a size with my lips that I was happy with, and then I would leave it and then get it topped up whenever I felt that it was going down, if that makes sense. I wanted to build it up to what I was happy with first, which is what I did. The fillers last different lengths for different people. They should last between around about 9 months, I would say, 9 to 12 months. It depends on the product, it depends on your like lifestyle, it depends on your metabolism. It's totally different for every single person, but they should definitely 100% last over like 6 months for sure. I would, again, I'm not like an expert in lip fillers or anything like that, so if you go for a consultation, these are the questions that you need to be asking your nurse. Like, if I want a longer lasting product, what should I go for? Like, what do you think would work for me and my lifestyle and my face shape and stuff like that? These are the questions that you should be asking if you go for them. But obviously, it's quite expensive. It wouldn't be so expensive if it only lasted like 2 months. They do last. That's the whole point. Your friend's honest opinions on them. So Hannah, my best friend, sent me this in because in our Q&A that we filmed, somebody was like, what is your opinion on Abby's face surgery? And both Hannah and Emmy were just like, we don't care. Like, they obviously do, they want me to be happy. My friend's opinion, actually, you know what, I got this question 3 different times, and then I also got 2 other questions asking what my boyfriend thinks of them. With all due respect to my friends, my family and my boyfriend, it's not their face, it's mine, and it's not their money, it's mine. And as long as I don't go too crazy, then they don't have an issue with it. Like, Joe said to me, obviously he doesn't quite understand it, like it's just not really something that he gets, but he understands that it's my body and that I'm gonna do. And like he said to me, he's like, I don't really get it, but you do you, babe, I'm fine with that. So that's kind of like the same situation for everybody. Even if they don't really understand it, they understand that it's my body and it's my money, and I will choose what I want to do regardless of anybody else's opinions. Obviously their opinion does matter to me, but Hannah and Emmy especially, like we answered this in our Q&A together, we have always said that if any of us got anything done we would support each other and we would understand that it's each other's decisions and not ours to make, if that makes sense. And yeah, Joe's supportive, like he understands that if it makes me happy, it makes me happy, as long as I don't go too crazy. Nobody's really that bothered, to be honest. Emmy sent me in a question saying, do they give you anything to squeeze? Yeah, so at LaBelle Forum they actually give you a breast implant to squeeze. Like an actual boob implant. Which I just think is hilarious. Yeah, they gave me a boob to squeeze. But you know that, Emmy, because I threw it at you. What is the pain from 1 to 10? So the first time I got it done, it flipping hurt. They inject you, no, so they put numbing cream on your lips, obviously, because that without it that would be horrific. Yeah, they put numbing cream on your lips and they leave it on for quite a while, and then the product itself actually has anaesthetic in it as well, which helps, like the more that they inject the more your lips become numb, if that makes sense. But yeah, the first time it hurt, I can't lie, like it was pretty sore and my eyes watered quite a bit. The actual needle going in wasn't actually that bad, it was just the fact of it was the pressure of the product actually going into my lip that I didn't like. And obviously the nurses kind of like wiggle the product around with their fingers as well, so after the pressure them kind of pushing kind of hurts a wee bit, but it was never to the point of me saying, oh my god, I need to stop, this is horrific. Like, I say it hurt, but it was totally manageable, it's really not that bad. But it is like, it does feel like quite a lot of pressure, which I didn't like. But the second and third time, especially the third time was so easy, and I don't even know what was done differently. I don't think anything was done differently, I think I was just used to it. But the third time was so easy, I was literally just sitting there like, this is just a breeze, like it was totally fine. But yeah, I'm not bad with pain, like I'm really not bad. But if somebody like really does have quite a low pain tolerance, I think you will find it quite painful. But again, it's worth it, and it's over quite quickly as well, and it really just isn't actually that bad. What could you describe the feeling slash pain to, like, in comparison? I was thinking about this last night when I saw this question. The pain of the needle going in, I can't really explain to anybody, just it's just like a needle going into your skin. It basically, like if you've ever had like a needle, just like a needle, like if you've had an injection or if you've had like an IV in your arm or anything like that, it's just like that. The pressure, I can only describe it if you take your fingers and you put one under your lip and one on top and then push like that. But obviously your actual lip, I'm not going to do that because I've got so much lipstick on, it's unreal. If you push your lips, that's kind of like the feeling of the pressure as the product's going into your lip. Have you ever had some filler move out of shape to other parts, like the bit in between your lips and your nose? No. Nope, no. The first time I had a bit of a lump in my lip, I think it was just because it was an unknown product going into my lips and my body kind of didn't really know what to do with it, so there was a tiny bit of a build up of product, I could feel it, but honestly, see, within like a week that had kind of just like dispersed itself, it kind of just like settled. I think as well because of the swollen, I think as well because of the swelling, that bit was more swollen because there was a little bit more product in that area. But aside from that, I've had no issues, I've had no product move out of shape, I've had nothing like that, so it's been perfect for me. I know there are some complete horror stories where that happens sometimes, but that's why you go to a good clinic and that's why you do your research first. What? Oh, it's in two. This is going to sound like a stupid question, but what actually happens? Like, is it actually an injection? Okay, so that's actually a good, to be honest, that's not a stupid question because some people don't actually know how this is done. So what they do, like I said, is they put numbing cream in, and then the product itself is actually in like a syringe. And what they do is they push the syringe into your lip, they push the product in, and then they move the syringe out so it kind of follows where the syringe goes, and then they kind of massage it into place. That's pretty much it. What was the aftercare like? Did you have to do anything specific, and did you bruise? I bruised on the first time, but nothing crazy. It was literally just like you could see where the needles had gone in because there was just a little bit of like redness, a little bit of bruising, just a tiny bit around where the needle had actually pushed through the skin, which is kind of expected. The aftercare, as far as I'm aware, there's not really that much aftercare if I'm remembering rightly. I think like strenuous exercise and stuff you're not meant to do for a couple of days after you've had them done, maybe up to a week. I couldn't go to the gym for a while after I'd had them done. I was told not to. I was told not to wear makeup for 24 hours after, and I was made aware that like eating and talking quite a lot and moving your mouth quite a lot would make you swell a wee bit more. But aside from that, I'm pretty certain there wasn't really much else I could do. My lips were in some areas were quite dry after, but because they said not to put any makeup on, I didn't put any like lip balm on or anything either. So my lips were quite dry the next day, but I think that has to do with the fact that they swelled and your skin's kind of like what's that your skin's kind of stretched on your lips a little bit because of the swelling, but that all went away within a couple of days and I was just left with happy, lovely lips. Okay, this is gonna be the last question. Do you think you will ever get your lips done again? Yep, for sure. It's not it's not a permanent product. It lasts for maybe just up to a year or so, depending on your lifestyle, your metabolism. I've said all that. But yeah, I will definitely get them done again because they will not last forever. I enjoy having quite full lips. Even when I didn't have lip fillers, I used to overline my lips so much to create the appearance of fuller lips. I just like how it looks on me. So yeah, for sure, when they start to wear off, I will definitely be getting them done again. Okay, you guys, so that is kind of my experience with my lip fillers. When I next go and get them done, I'll probably try and vlog it. Just if I want to, like I don't really know, because I struggle with needles and stuff myself, even though it's really not that bad, but I would struggle kind of filming it, so I might get Emmy or somebody to film it for me, whoever comes with me next time. But yeah, so yeah, I just kind of want to do a brief overall on what I get done, how I cope with it, and the good and the bad. For me, there's no bad. It's a little bit painful, but it's not crazy. It's all good for me. And yeah, I really hope that this video has been beneficial to you in some way if you are thinking about getting your lips done. Again, any procedure like that, please do your research. 100%. I again researched it for so long before I got them done. Don't do it without researching. Please be careful. It's a big thing, and if it goes wrong, it will go wrong, believe me. Just a quick disclaimer before I end this video. I am in no way encouraging people to go and get loads of stuff done to their face. Like I said, I'm a big believer in if it makes you happy and it makes you more confident and you have the money to do it, then why wouldn't you? But I am not saying that everybody needs this. You do not need to change how you look. You are you and you are the best at being you. But if it makes you uncomfortable and it makes you as unhappy as my lips made me, then I don't see a problem in it. But I just wanted to throw out that I'm not saying that everybody has to go and do this. Just do what makes you happy. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a like, comment, share, etc, whatever takes your fancy. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you do want to join the wee fam I'm creating over here on YouTube, then please give me a wee subscribe. We are a lovely bunch so far and we would love to have you. I will see you on my next video, guys. Catch you later.